Hi everyone, I'm Tim Cash. Welcome to the IMDb show. Joining me, Sam Heughan.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Thank you very much. The round of applause was coming.
There you go. I'm sitting here with the one and only Jamie Fraser.
Oh, thank you. Right.
That's special. Yes. It must be strange to think back that you've been making the show, since 2014?
Yeah, 6 years now. It's been quite a journey, you know, and my career has definitely changed a lot, and the character, he's also changed in some ways. So it's been a really amazing journey, an amazing show to work on.
Colonel Fraser, the time has come for you to fulfill your oath. Do not disappoint me.
What have you loved about Jamie's character change over the seasons?
When you first meet Jamie in season 1, he's a young Highland warrior. He has no ties. He's quite tempestuous. He sort of acts on his emotions, and he's, you know, throughout the seasons, he's grown as a man. He's grown as a warrior. He's become a clan leader, a chief. He's become a military man, a husband, a father, and now, you know, in this season, he's a grandfather.
Right.
So it's a pretty big journey.
A man should be settled at my age, you know.
And how have you changed over the years? How has this show influenced you?
I've aged along with Jamie Fraser. Yeah. No, it's changed my life. You know, the show has been remarkable. We have the best fans, the most supportive fan group. The show has given me a lot of opportunities working with charity work to other projects. So yeah, I feel very blessed.
It's funny. I remember when the show first launched. I remember the heated online discussion about whether you, Sam, were Jamie Fraser enough for the books. Do you remember those days?
Yeah, I do very well, you know, and I think I was an inch too short.
It was something like that, right?
And Katrina, my co-star, she had the same, you know, with her eyes were the wrong color.
Oh, right.
But you know what? I mean, absolutely correct to, you know, for the fans to be that passionate about the content and the story. And I think, you know, every season, you know, we're in anticipation to see what they make of our adaptation of a book.
Right. What is one of the hardest, most challenging things about getting the show right?
I mean, there are so many challenges. Our show is very different, I think, to others. You know, we're constantly moving and changing locations. We've gone from 1700s Scotland through great battles to Versailles and Paris. We've been to the Caribbean. We're now in America. We're showing America in its infancy, where we go into the future in the 1960s and 70s. So there's always a challenge and a different look to the show. And these are very challenging. But I think mostly it's the location work. You know, we're not in a studio every day. We're out in the landscape, in the mountains, in the snow, the rain, whatever. It's Scotland, so it's wet and cold.
When you get your call sheet or you're looking at the script, what are the days where you're like, oh my God, it's one of these scenes, and then the days where you're like, oh my God, it's one of these scenes?
You know, I think we all love anything that's quite dramatic or, you know, we really get, as actors, to stretch ourselves, or for outdoors, as I said, you know, a lot of the working with horses or battle stuff is great.
You love working with horses?
You asking? Or purely making an observation?
You know, the challenging scenes are probably, we deal with some very heavy content. The intimate scenes, obviously, are a challenge as well. So, you know, they just take a bit more time and a bit more concentration. But, you know, every day is a challenge.
And what are the scenes that you can't wait for? Like the ones where you're like, yes, thank you very much for giving me this scene.
We have some amazing storylines this new season 5. I can't give away too much, but I think it's gonna thrill the fans.
Season finales are everything. It's like we look forward to them more than like the start of the show. It's like, how does it end? You've spoken about what this season finale, what your reaction to it was.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. How did you react to this
I think it's our biggest, strongest finale of any season.
Why?
Yeah. It's very stylized. I think every cast member in this episode excels, and I think, yeah, it's going to be surprising.
We can't say what might befall us. Just as you give me your word, I give you mine. Stand by my hand.
I've got to talk to you about a new film that's coming out very soon. I've been excited for a long time. It's Vin Diesel and yourself. It's Bloodshot.
Yeah.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
What can we expect? You know, this will be kind of the first time anyone's going to get to hear about this.
Yeah.
Tell me about your character. Who are you playing?
It's a great movie. It's based on the Valiant Comics series Bloodshot, with the central character played by Vin, and I play a character called Jimmy Dalton. who was created for the movie, and then I believe they're going to start writing him into a series of their comics. He's
Who is Jimmy Dalton?
He's an ex-Navy SEAL. He's a paraplegic. He's lost his legs in an IED explosion, and then he's been regenerated by RST and been given some technology which makes him kind of like a, I don't know, almost like Universal Soldier, you know.
Okay.
He's
I love that.
better version of himself. So, but he has some anger issues.
They've been manipulating you.
Vin, you're working, I mean, for me, one of my favorites, the Fast and Furious franchise, watching him do Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick. What's been your experience working with Vin?
He's an absolute icon, you know, a man that started many action franchises is still going. He has these different families on different shows, and, you know, to be honest, to be part of that, even for a small time, is a great experience, and I look up to him very much, and I think we're hopefully going to see the start of a new franchise there. So
Yes, fingers crossed for that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sam, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in here.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on everything. Good news for all of you at home. You can catch Sam every Sunday in new episodes of Outlander on Stars. You can also go to imdb.com/show if you want to see more interviews like this one. But before you do any of that, we've cut together the latest previews for you right here in this week's Trailer.
All mothers struggle. Money hides it. But you can't put a price on a mother's love.
Louie, Mommy, I love
Jude?
People like to be alone sometimes. Not be with each other all the time.
Yo, I think it's time.
What the? You permanently inked Tongue Daddy to your skin. What does that even mean?